him.
Point counterpoint. I hate Bubsy. Alex loves Bubsy.
It's true, though.
All right, let's get this started.
Okay.
Folks, not going to dance around this, not going to sugarcoat it. Bubsy's back.
He's back, baby.
We tried to prevent it. We tried to stop it, but nope. Forces were at work. Corporate forces.
Just like Billy Joel's song, we couldn't stop the Bubsy.
He was always burning since the world was turning. Yeah, it's happening, and he's forced our hand. We know a lot about Bubsy, and it's time to spill the beans. Tonight we're going to be covering a few of his better-known games. 2 for Genesis, 1 for PlayStation. Bet you can't guess what that one is.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, folks.
I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
Yeah.
We'll also be talking where the series has been and where it's going. We have theories. We have expectations.
I have conspiracy theories.
And here at Bubsy Fan HQ, it's time to blow the lid off the joint.
See?
Because we have credentials, see? This image you see here is a compilation of all the Bubsy-related merchandise Alex and I own together. That includes 1.5 copies of Bubsy 3D.
Including one that I drunkenly, drew all over, screaming and hollering.
I think on the cover it says F-, see me after class.
Yeah, I was
fun
very
night.
drunk that night.
Also got Super Bubsy for Windows 95, an exclusive version of the original Bubsy.
Which includes the Bubsy pilot, right?
It does, yeah. Also have a box Genesis version, a Super Nintendo cart, and a weird pirated version that has the label and cartridge shape of a European Super Nintendo cartridge, but a pirated NTSC board. I don't know where that came from. It just showed up in my house one day.
Yeah, we don't have the Jaguar Bubsy. We don't have a Jaguar.
Yeah, that's truly unfortunate. We'll get to I'll cover that. For now, let's get this started. Alex, kick it off with Bubsy.
Hell yeah. Oh, I guess I should open Twitch, shouldn't I?
Yeah, why not?
Whatever.
Everyone, feel free to share all your favorite Bubsy memories, if you have any. If you only have bad memories associated with Bubsy, you can, I don't know.
Shove it! No.
Rude.
No, none of you shove it.
This is a celebration of all things Bubsy.
Episode 1! Oh,
This is his time to shine. Yeah, we'll be doing this every Friday from now on, playing all the Bubsy games.
Oh, I'm glad my phone had the audio on. There we go.
Okay, now you should be able to hear Bubsy talking here. It's the most important part of the game.
This is just the track mode, so you can see how attractive Bubsy is.
Mm-hmm. It actually has a little tutorial here, which I didn't know about till I let the game loop earlier today. You actually use the C button in the Genesis version to look around. And jump on enemies. And literally, that's it. That's all you have to know.
Alright, so it's Bubsy. 1 player. That's my controls. That's the Who created this game anyway? Someone. I'm not going to give you any info.
3rd grade Bubsy fan art. That sounds adorable.
That's really good, everybody.
Okay, Alex.
I'm trying to get it to let me do... I'm sorry. So I do these bonus streams not with my whatchamacallit, but by using the Twitch app, and every time I try to do chat as a separate window, it betray me. So, whatever. I'm going to just have to do it like this.
Okay. Show us your Bubsy skills.
So
We're going to be playing through all 16 chapters in 5 minutes. Get going, Alex.
Wait, no! Should I turn it up, or...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is so different from the SNES version, which is the one I played as a child and still have and will never get rid of, and you will have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. Look at him. He's so adorable. This animation is just freaking cute.
Yeah, loath as I am to admit it, I think the Super Nintendo was the lead platform for this game, because the sound in this version is just...
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
It's less than an afterthought. They could have redesigned it to be actually good, but they didn't. It's just an adaptation of the Super Nintendo sounds, which you can't do without sampling on the Genesis, apparently. Like the Super Nintendo one, it would have this nice little pop noise that played every time you picked up a yarn ball. Here it's just like a bloop. But regardless, it's mostly the same game. Plays similarly.
Slow down!
As Bubsy, you can jump or glide, which is just like a slower jump. You have fall damage, so you do need to glide a lot.
You do.
And most importantly of all, Bubsy dies in one hit.
He sure does.
Alex showing off superhuman skills, frankly, here. Not even dying once. Perfect. That is a no-death clear, Alex. Even Bubsy can't believe it.
I really like Bubsy. Yeah, Bubsy was pretty fast as a game. I think that's why I really liked Bubsy as a kid, because, okay, so, I'm sorry I talked over you, Bubsy, but we're going to hear that so much no one's going to give a shit.
Did he mention he doesn't like heights?
He does not. So, I know I've mentioned this story like a billion times before, because it's also my family dog story, and my Beethoven II story.
Yeah, it all feeds back into the Retro Pals.
Bubsy, into my,
the canon.
The Bubsy canon. So...
Oh, no!
Oh, God!
Oh, first death of the night.
So, as a, youngin', my mom, rented, whatchamacallit, she rented a Super NES and 4 games. Beethoven II, Family Dog.
How'd you know that was there?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know shit.
Go on. Okay, so Beethoven, Family Dog.
Fucking Bubsy and Super Mario World.
Oh, who cares about Mario?
Yeah, who gives a shit. And
wow,
that
what a lineup.
That was
first
when
experience.
I discovered I was a quote-unquote gamer. No, actually, that was actually the first time I actually started to... You just... Yeah, this is
a gamer was awoken that day.
No! Okay, because there's, like, water down here, and if you go into it, you die.
this game was basically designed to appeal to youngsters, as they
Yeah,
called them
it's
in the 90s.
This
is what kids wanted to see. They wanted to see sassy animals. That was all the rage on TV.
Yeah,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
Do I need to say more? Come on.
So here's the thing. I was like, okay, so here's the thing. Super Mario World. Fun game. Mario's pretty appealing, but maybe not that appealing. But he's still pretty appealing. Fucking Family Dog. Ugly dog. Bad game. Hate it. Don't like it. Go to hell.
So a summary of Alex's young opinions of these games.
Beethoven II, I was just like, this dog is okay. Damn it.
Should have known there was a piano falling down the stairs.
The dog is okay, but the game sucked, and I couldn't get past the first level, so fuck it.
Fair. As long as you're not sliding Beethoven.
Also very slow.
Alex.
Fuck. I'm too... Bubsy.
You gotta wrap up this story so you can focus on the gameplay.
Okay, so I play Bubsy. Cute cat, moves, cartoon cat, which I love, moves very fast, which I also like, is not that easy, but also has a really nice momentum that I really enjoy. This is before I played Sonic, by the way, so... this was before I played Sonic, and I really like this game for its kind of... It has like, if Sonic had worse mechanics, it would have this feel, because he's got a weird molassesy momentum to him. Much more of a momentum than Sonic does, and... Yeah,
it bears mentioning. This game, I tried playing it earlier. It plays like no other game I can think of. Platformers or anything like that. Like, if you start running and then you jump, you keep that forward momentum until you hit the ground again. You can adjust Bubsy in midair while this is happening, by the way. So you can push him, like, to the left, but if he has rightward momentum, he'll keep that even after you keep adjusting him in the air. It's ridiculous. It also makes the game kind of uniquely challenging, though. Like, I guess that's what they intended.
Yeah, you're right, Bubsy.
More like a bridge too short.
So my mom actually had one of her friends over while I was playing. They also thought Bubsy was also their favorite game. They're also like, she was like, I love Bubsy. She was a friend from community theater, so it was like, well, Bubsy died.
Bubsy's a very community theater friendly persona.
He is. He was, but by the time I got to this level, they were both sarcastically quoting Bubsy and telling him to shut up. So if you wondered how long his appeal, fucking
yeah, if you notice, he only talks after he dies. So a little kid playing this game, this level especially, it would just be a string of more like a bridge too short over and over again.
However, I will say that my mom preferred Bubsy to Sonic. God! Which gave her motion sickness. This, however...
this was fine. Okay.
This was fine. Bubsy's fine. I'm not going to do that again.
It's got some nice parallax effects. Generally, they ported the game pretty well to the Genesis, just not the sound. Good God.
Yeah, not at all.
Which is a shame, because the sound especially does a good job of just really selling the whole cartoon aesthetic here.
I like the the game because it felt like a living cartoon, which is what I wanted the Family Dog game to feel like, and kind of what I wanted Mario to feel like. Mario's not really a living cartoon, but it's a fun. It's a fun.
Yeah, if you'll notice,
fun video game.
Bubsy has a ton of death animations. Again, recalling the whole Looney Tunes aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's really what they were going for. Just something really appealing for the kids that has its roots in classic animation.
Like, look at this. How cute is that?
He is very expressive. He's got a lot of frames of animation.
So cute. And look what happens when you don't move for a while.
Oh, this is another classic move from the era.
Uh-huh.
Taps his foot just like Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes the extra mile. He starts smirking.
He's like, come on, buddy. Come on.
Yeah. Basically all platformers back then had the main character, like, impatiently tapping their foot on you. And we have to at least get to the next world, because that contains my favorite part of the entire Bubsy series, possibly. It's okay, Alex is an expert. He'll get us there.
I'm as good as anyone's gonna get at this. Ball sacks. I'm as good as anyone's gonna get in this game.
Wanderer, yeah, that's the thing. You'll die many times because you expect him to survive a fall, and he really doesn't. Like, the only way to guarantee that he'll survive is to use the glide, which isn't possible if you're coming off of those water slides.
Yeah,
so...
you have to be very careful with those.
And yeah, it is arbitrary. And for as quickly as he moves around, you'd expect him to be a little bit more resilient. Because he can just collide into anything, and it's just instant death.
I needed to jump more.
The instant death thing is something they addressed right afterward in the sequel, and in Bubsy 3D.
Oh, God. So who's playing Bubsy 3D?
I'll do it.
Okay. Also...
I have some really, really, really hot-takey opinions about that game.
I'm really sucking at this more than usual.
Don't take that route. Take a different route. Take the lower route.
You take a different route.
It's not working.
This is always a level where I beef it. It's Biff Central.
Thus the more like a bridge too short becoming quickly tiring for anyone who plays this game for the first time.
There we go.
But I can't overemphasize just how many games there were like this. There were just... It was a whole popular subgenre on the Super Nintendo and Genesis, especially.
Duh! There we go.
Good. You got your Rocky Rodent. You got your Eek the Cat. Punky Skunk. All kinds of animals having all kinds of adventures on 16-bit consoles. And this was among them.
This was a game!
The thing was, Bubsy had a really good marketing push. It was in all the magazines, people gave it extensive preview coverage, and it had all those things that people were looking for in 16-bit games back then. Really fast gameplay, good graphics, and an obnoxious character, because obnoxious was in. And as a result, it got really good review scores. People tended to like this game back then. It was only very recently that the game became widely hated. I think a lot of kids played this and thought it was just fine, honestly. Alex among them.
Absolutely.
Alex.
Okay, this should be the boss.
Showing off his skills. Yeah, beat the willies here.
I'm not going to do very well. I'm doing extremely well, I say.
Oh, you're using the pro strats. Do it. Get him. Nice.
I did it. What the heck?
Boss is kind of a problem when you have one-hit kills. It's really tense.
Wow.
And yeah, the mechanics...
I love him.
Though troublesome,
Look
you can get
He's
used to them.
He's gonna do the good thing.
And
that's so good.
He's got his own personality. You can't really hate that.
Like, that's actually kind of cute. Come on.
The game itself, I'm really divided on.
Same.
Like, some of it's...
That hot dog sucks ass, by the way.
The first two worlds especially,
kills me.
I think, are pretty well designed as far as these games go. After this point, the game becomes really repetitive and kind of boring. Whatever blows your hair back, he says. Alex, you have to get to the roller coaster.
I will
this
get
is
to the
extremely
roller coaster.
Important. The stream will be a failure if you don't get to the roller coaster.
God.
So I did do some Bubsy research, because of course I did. This game is, so it's made by a dude called Michael Berlin, which sounds like a fake name, but it's real. He was lead designer and the creator of Bubsy himself, and what are you doing? And he worked on this game, and one other in the series, but not Bubsy II. We'll see Bubsy II in just a second. But you can clearly tell that his involvement was, it played a key role in making Bubsy as good and memorable as it was.
Perfect as it was.
Yeah, perfect, you might say. Whoa, you didn't die. Amazing.
Oh my god.
Now, I bring him up because we will be mentioning him later on. Specifically his role in the new Bubsy. But we've got a story to tell here.
I need to get that roller coaster. See, those banana peels are deadly.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Everything's deadly. But that's, at the same time, part of its appeal, because there's all these different ways for Bubsy to die. And they hand-animated every single one of them.
I'm playing very cautiously, because I've only got 2 lives left. Okay, I think the roller coaster's this way.
I hope so. Alex's current objective is to find a roller coaster. Here we go. Do the thing, Alex.
Whee!
If you push up on the D-pad, he does that. There's no reason to do that ever.
But it's just
It's just in there. My favorite part is he doesn't change his facial expression at all. It's just like, yay.
Woohoo! I survived that.
This guy, Bubsy, you can't help but hate him, but...
Wrong! I love him, and I'm the only one, and I don't care. I'm sorry about all the other effects of the monkey's paw wish that I made, but hey, I'm getting mine. Bubsy's back,
You got
baby.
a new Bubsy. You did it. So that's the original Bubsy. A flawed, but still very popular and memorable game that a lot of people played, and many liked.
Donk.
It's just one of many to suffer from just... Once the whole mascot craze was over, people realized how horrible it was and how much they hated it. Kind of like Disco. It wasn't cool to like him anymore.
And yet now we're realizing it's really good and great, and we should
But
all
also
like
like Disco, it's made a comeback. And there are many popular mascot platformers these days.
I think this is my last life.
Okay. You got to the roller coaster. I'm happy. You've succeeded in this stream.
God, I hate that boot.
Yeah, stuff like that doesn't really strike me as fun. Some of the stuff just makes the game really obnoxious to play. And I mean, your character is obnoxious, but the gameplay should be better.
Bubsy, do better.
Bubsy, man.
Looks like a poop emoji.
That is a poop. Wow.
My great and amazing commentary.
Oh, who's talking about Star Tropics? I want a new Star Tropics.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what they'll announce at E3.
Please don't.
I just want them to bring back something really obscure, like To the Earth. Or like Barker Bill's Trick Shooting or something.
Bring back Evo.
Yeah.
Not the fighting game thing, but the
Cancel the Evo tournament, bring back Evo the Search for Eden.
Agreed.
If that's what's gotta happen, we'll make that sacrifice.
Look at all the yarn balls I got now.
Hey, good job.
Making me.
And the thing was, despite the fact the game seems very difficult, it gives you passwords, and if you're a dedicated kid, you could play through this whole thing in a weekend. And that's basically what I did when I rented this for the Super Nintendo. I played through it, thought, yeah, that was okay, and then sent it right back to Blockbuster. There you go.
Woo! Woo!
See, I never knew that was possible until Alex played this game, and
I just died.
Oh, that's a death, by the way.
So that's Bubsy 1.
Good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very divisive character. You can tell probably just from that gameplay footage you saw. Very easy to die, but it does give you a lot of lives, so it kind of expects you to die a lot. Real curious design decision there. I guess they wanted kids to see all the different death animations they plugged into the game.
You want me to, are you gonna play, or you want me to reset it to Bubsy 2?
You should reset that thing.
I just need to set reset?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I volunteered to play Bubsy 2 because Alex has never played Bubsy 2.
I don't like it. I've played it once on a ROM. I hated it. Don't like it. Not a fan. Not appealing. No.
Yeah, so... Bubsy 2. Let's just get into this.
What, they're putting Splatterhouse in the Switch Namco Museum? That's sweet.
And 2 Rolling Thunder games. Oh, check this out.
Love it. Like it. He's here. He's here.
It starts with Bubsy's ass.
Nice.
And he looks at you, he rolls his eyes, and then he starts doing that suggestive thing with his eyebrows while wiggling his tail. So I'm getting all kinds of mixed messages.
I think I saw his cousins there. His cousins are from there's that armadillo, I think. Sorry, there was an animated pilot for this damn
It was aired on Thanksgiving one year, and later collected in the Super Bubsy game for Windows 95. Yeah, it introduced Bubsy's 2 younger cousins and his armadillo roommate, all of whom hate him, as far as I can tell.
Mm-hmm. It's bad. It's actually one of the few shows that It's one of the few Oh my god, the physics are so different!
Yeah. I'm doing great, ain't I?
Oh, this is a preview, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a demo.
Okay. Yeah, the cartoon, you can see it on YouTube. I think I'll throw it in our intermissions list, because I'm never going to put it as an intermission, because it legitimately gives me a headache.
A lot of people who I've put that cartoon in front of, they say the same thing. They say it gives them a headache.
It's genuinely headache-inducing. It's very odd.
It's very loud, very obnoxious, much like Bubsy himself. His catchphrase, "What could possibly go wrong," is said 13 times in that episode.
We had a drinking game once, to take a drink every time he said that.
I did that once, and then I lost count because I drank too much. So I had to do it again and promise not to drink. 13 drinks, it turns out, is a little bit too much to adequately count the number of times he says that. Let's start this game.
Nothing can stop you now.
So here he is, Bubsy. There's a hub world here that you can go around, and you can go into all these different themed areas. So there's some variety at the beginning.
I like that it's like an unzipping noise, and he says, "I like it."
I think you're projecting onto Bubsy here a
You
little
think
bit.
I am, but...
So this controls
differently. What the fuck is this?
This is his regular jump, and this is his glide jump now. You barely get off the ground.
Oh, that sucks!
The momentum thing I mentioned from the last game is completely gone. Instead, there's another weird momentum quirk in the air that I can't quite describe. But it plays differently, and yet somehow equally as awkward.
This looks like it plays like shit, Danny.
Yeah, the thing is, you can take multiple hits. You can take 3 hits before you die. Your life meter is in the upper right. It's Bubsy's face, as was the style at the time.
Oh god, I remember that.
With a cool spot and so on.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hurt yourself by running into walls. And in general, it looks and... I don't know, at least superficially speaking, seems more polished. But when you play it, it doesn't really feel like that at all. It feels like a big step back, honestly.
Oof, yeah.
Like, I really wish that you could take multiple hits in the first Bubsy game. That would be a way better game if that was the case. Here, it feels like they made it as a concession to the much shittier controls.
I love him. But I hate this.
And he now talks after dying. So yeah, as I mentioned before, old creator Michael Berlin was not involved in this one. The design team for the first Bubsy instead served as an executive production team for this, while they tested out a new internal development studio at Accolade. It did not go well, as you might imagine. Accolade was actually a company founded by the founders of Activision, and was intended to be a similar developer-oriented kind of publisher. They released a bunch of games through the 90s. They're known for this, I guess. And also Smoke and Mirrors, the Penn and Teller game for Sega CD.
Oh my god, that was also... I forgot that was also Accolade!
No, wait, that was Absolute. I'm wrong.
That's Absolute, right?
Yeah. I'm getting my A companies mixed up. By the way, what I collected there... Oh, I can't use it yet because I don't have ammo. I collected a Nerf gun because Bubsy in this game was designed to sell Nerf guns, so he gets a Nerf blaster and you can shoot enemies with it.
Yeah, game card mentioned the Ballzooka.
Yep, very timely. It's out there for the holiday season. Really? Can I not? I thought it was the C button that lets you... God, this game sucks. Anyway.
And you're not even getting yarn balls. You're getting marbles now. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just kind of orbs.
It's like, oh, Bubsy, he loves orbs.
He's
no
into the
assholes.
orbs now.
He likes yarn balls. Very
because
different
he's a
from...
cat, see?
Yeah.
Then
Fuck
again, being
you.
a bobcat, bobcats don't get much access to yarn, so I don't know how accurate that is.
Oh, so now we're all like, bobcats must love orbs, right?
There's a feature on US Gamer today written by Nadia Oxford exploring the Bubsy's actual species. Like, he claims to be a bobcat, but all of his features indicate he's more of a Blinx, which is a hybrid bobcat and lynx. Also, I know what Blinx is.
I was going to say, holy this
Yeah.
opens up a lot to me now. I need to take a step back.
Mm-hmm. Really, though, this speaks for itself. It's a step back for the series, obviously. And kids didn't like it. They didn't take to it. It was apparently a very big failure. Because Bubsy creator, what was his name? Linden?
Michael Berlin.
Michael Berlin. He later described this as a huge failure. And it almost killed the franchise, according to him. At this point, Berlin had moved on to start his own company, Eidetic. I think that's how you pronounce it. They would later make games like Siphon Filter. But before that, Accolade called on him again. They were like, hey, do you want to bring Bubsy to 3D? Do you think you can do that? And the dude was like, well, we've never made a 3D game before, but I am Bubsy's creator.
I am Bubsy's dad.
And clearly you guys can't do Bubsy right, so we pretty much need to make this happen. And that's how production on Bubsy 3D started. What the fuck is this, Alex?
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
I don't know either. Honestly, this is the most I've ever played of Bubsy 2, and even after finishing the level, I still hate it. Yeah, very weak sequel, obviously just made to sell Nerf toys and capitalize on the continuing popularity of mascot platformers. No real heart to it, just a very by-the-numbers, shitty sequel by an untested development team. Which leads into my main argument tonight.
What is it?
Bubsy 3D, best game in the series. I'm gonna play it right now and prove it to you. With logic.
Danny is looking at me and his eyes just are lighting up with the words debate me. And I am furious. Danny has given me a hot take that is making me...
I've ignited a fire under Alex, and it's about to get explosive here. But for now, I need to switch consoles, which will take maybe a minute and a half.
Cool, while you do that...
Can you wait around? Just stick around. It'll be worth it, I promise.
I'm mad.
Alex is mad. We're going to see how mad in a minute or
Alright.
two.
I'll just keep this Bubsy image up while you change the stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me move the thing here. Squeaky chair. Oh, I can look at chat now.
What do the Bubsy fans have to say?
They're asking. I'm actually with Yaddle. I think you asked us all here just to evangelize to us about Bubsy 3D and see what you can do to put us in the seat of Bubsy 3D because you somehow I think you own stock in Bubsy 3D.
Well, some people have speculated that I own 5,000 unsold copies of Bubsy 3D that I need to move. I say that's hogwash.
It is hogwash.
Why would I ever do that? I've never been known to buy lots of strange games on eBay. That's just not something I do. Not in my blood.
So let's go to the lineage of the game. So there was the original Bubsy, and then we just played Bubsy 2. Now we're skipping a Bubsy. And that would have been the Jaguar Bubsy, correct?
Yes.
That was before Bubsy 3D.
Yeah, Fractured Furry Tales is what that was called.
Mm-hmm.
That, which was a Jaguar exclusive sequel, hello microphone, It was developed concurrently with Bubsy II. So Bubsy II came out in October of 94. The Jaguar one came out in December of that year. So basically at the same time, the Jaguar had an exclusive game that it could lord over the 16-bit consoles. Thing was, it was developed by an Atari internal development team. It's bad, folks.
It's not good.
I'd say it's definitely the worst Bubsy game. Worse than Bubsy 3D, worse than Bubsy 2. It's awful. I don't like it.
Is it bad?
Alright, let's see if this magically works.
Okay. Come on, Elgato. You know you want to get it right. You want to do the thing. Bubsy 3D is the least cute, the worst of all the Bubsies. I don't like him, and...
Strong opinions.
I do. I have these strong opinions.
We got sound from this, right?
Yeah, looks like
okay,
we got
good.
Sound.
This is now the first stream appearance of our brand new baby boy, the PS1.
We love him.
It's a tiny PlayStation. It's so little, barely bigger than a CD-ROM itself. And we're making it play Bubsy 3D.
Is this the first game you've made it play?
Yes.
Danny! Why are you doing this to our son?
Gotta break it in, you know?
Okay, this is...
It's like when we played our new... We made our new Saturn play Miniskirt Police.
Yeah, that was... Let me adjust the audio here. It should be a bit better.
So, Bubsy makes its 32-bit debut. There's a long intro to this game that I'm gonna go ahead and let play.
Okay, I'll turn up the
Please
audio.
enjoy. Bubsy for the new generation.
A state of general emergency has been called by the Woolly military. As you may already know, a great catastrophe has befallen us that threatens to destroy our very woolly way of life. Bubsy Bobcat! Bubsy Bobcat is on Rayon! What we bought? Settle down! Settle down! Calm down! No one's going to be bopped on my watch! How could this have happened? Well, that's a bit of a long story, but here's the abridged version, approved for public dispersal by their Royal Highnesses, Queens Polly and Esther.
It sure does go on forever. They made this way too long.
It sucks.
Steal all the wool balls of Earth, but they were foiled by the fiendish Bubsy Bobcat. Now, our queens have developed an even more ingenious, if such a thing as possible, invasion plan. Unfortunately, they needed to get their furball out of the picture. So a crack troop of woolly commandos were sent to Earth. There, they fought bravely and captured the hideous beast, due in no small part to my brilliant tactical leadership.
They got him.
On the return trip, due to a slight technical difficulty,
Bubsy is in custody, folks.
and the Bobcat escaped!
Oh no!
Now, if you see the Bobcat, do not, I repeat, do not approach it. It can be extremely dangerous when frightened by the average woolly.
That's Bubsy.
Report
Love him.
its whereabouts immediately to the nearest woolly soldier. We have stationed nose blowers and rock throwers throughout the area around the crash site.
This is the actual frame rate, by the way.
We anticipate having recaptured the creature in 2 shakes of a dogfish's tail. Any questions? What does it want? What did we ever do to it? We have our best people in woolly intelligence working on that right now. So far, all we know is that the creature's plan somehow revolves around collecting atoms and rockets. What it plans to do with these useless yet abundant natural resources, we have no idea. Our best scientists have been stumped by that very question for decades, and all they've come up with so far is a spacecraft capable of interstellar travel. Why would this interest the furry fiend? Oh, again, we have no idea. Now then, I advise all citizens to remain in their homes until further notice. This meeting is...
I knew I should have taken that left turn at Uranus! Was it something I said? What could possibly go wrong?
Bubsy, your voice, what happened?
Bubsy catapulting onto the scene. Talking about Uranus.
Oh my god, the music.
It starts. This game has what I can only describe as Nightmare Circus music. It's played all throughout the game. It's just like this. It never ends. I'm actually going to turn this down on my end because it makes me sad to listen to.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm going to turn it down a little bit here. Let me know if it's too loud, folks. I may turn it even further down.
So, after letting the Bubsy franchise lie fallow for a year, they didn't release a game in 95. Between 93 and 94, there were 3 different Bubsy games, let me remind you. And now is the right time to bring it back, I guess.
No, it's not.
It cut to a demo, but I'm going to let it... Oh, what the hell? The game had to change resolution. Hang on. There he is. Oh,
I hate this
there's
music.
our friend.
Oh, I hate this. There he is in all his glory.
Whoa, you can duck.
Yeah.
Should have watched the demo for this. So Bubsy was kidnapped by the Woolies, the enemies of the first game. We're pretending like Bubsy II and the Jaguar game never happened in this canon. So he's here on the planet Wooly, I guess. He's trying to build a spaceship to get back to Earth. And...
Fuck this.
It looks like this. Also, instead of talking only after he dies or before each level, he talks all the time in this one. And that's possibly the best part of this game.
No, it's not.
It really lets his personality shine through, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't.
More so than any previous game in the series.
He looks like shit in this game. He doesn't look appealing, does not look cartoony, he looks like a nightmare man. I hate it.
Should also mention he has a different voice in each game. The original voice actor in the first game was replaced in the second one by Rob Paulson, who also voiced him in that spin-off cartoon.
Yeah.
In this game, it's voiced by a lady who also voices every single other character in the game. So all the characters you saw in the intro, just that one lady.
Oh, that sucks for her. That's too much
What a job.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Imagine putting on your resume, the voice of Bubsy 3D. Thank you.
So, anyone here have experience with this game? Do you like it? It's fun, right?
Danny, you said that this was the best game of the series. You're gonna have to back that up.
I'm gonna make my case here.
Okay. No, you're wrong. I hate this. Not appealing. Not.
Plenty of them in each level, and if you get enough of them, you'll be in for some surprises.
Hang on.
Now, what would a platform game be without platforms? I wonder if there's any extra lives up there.
He's a talker, this guy. He has a lot of good opinions about things. And yeah, this is what it looks like and plays like. It has tank controls. You stop in place and turn left and right by pushing left and right. And you make him just... Yeah?
I didn't realize he sounds like a New Yorker. He sounds like he's from Brooklyn, but with a little bit of a lisp.
They kind of gave him a little Brooklyn accent in this one, yeah.
Oh God, I'm gonna say it. I like it. I like it a little. It's not bad. It's Bubsy, but what do you want?
These atoms are the things you collect to get 100 of and get an extra life. That was good sentence construction. Moving on. You can hold the square button to grab onto an atom and shoot it at other atoms for bonus points. I don't know what points do.
Bubsy looks like he lives in the mind's eye.
That's the thing I kind of like about this game, though. As I mentioned before, they contracted Bubsy's creator and lead designer for the first game to make a 3D game. His new company had never made a 3D game, so he just kind of had to feel things out here on the PS1. And that's another problem, because the PS1 had very limited RAM, and at the time, games didn't really use any kind of streaming technology to load stuff onto the disc while you play. So it would have to load all the level architecture in one shot. And as a result, everything is really basic looking. Terrible looking, some people might say. But that at least explains why the game looks the way it does. They were in unknown territory here, told to make a 3D platformer when basically that hadn't been done at the time. And that's what you end up with. Bubsy 3D. Now at the same time, here's where my argument comes in. This works as a deconstructed platformer.
Okay, step back.
It's breaking it all down to its barest elements. You remember in Bubsy 1, the platforms were always like tree branches or rooftops or something. Mm-hmm. Here, they're just literal platforms.
He even called it that, didn't he?
He was like, it's a platform game. Of course it's got to have platforms. They took that literally for this game out of necessity of the limited RAM space and so on. These are platforms just in the barest sense. You can stand on them and they hover in midair. And you gotta admit, this game has a unique look. No other game really takes the whole unshaded polygon approach quite like this does. Because it doesn't try to downplay it. There are entire mountains made out of single polygons.
Danny, this fucking sucks. I'm starting to believe you,
See?
man.
Uh-huh.
It works. Danny, your sales pitch is working on me.
Here's the most fucked up part.
Oh, God.
The controls, I think you can get used to them. And when you do, they are pretty accurate and consistent. Unlike the first two Bubsy games.
Holy shit.
The controls are very limited. They're very stiff.
You can't say that.
They're stiff and bad, and it'll take you a long time to get used to them. But when you do, it's very rewarding.
Like Dark Souls.
Exactly.
You'll start over here instead of at the beginning of the level. Ain't life grand?
The checkpoint here is the closest analogy to Dark Souls' bonfires, by the way.
Ah. Yeah, he kind of sounds like a Bugs Bunny type cartoon.
Hold the square button when you walk up to an atom. Go ahead, try it, but don't hold it too long.
Oh yeah, if you hold on to the atom long enough, it will explode in your face,
That's
taking
not
off one of
good.
your hit points. And yeah, this isn't a one-hit death game. You get actually 5 hits before you die in this one, so it's pretty lenient. The problem is all the bottomless pits. And if the game's controls were bad, and they are, this would be a problem.
So is this before or after Jumping Flash?
This is after Jumping Flash,
Which
and you can
is
see some of
better.
that game's influence in this. Specifically in the controls, because you'll notice when I jump, the camera automatically pans down.
An arrow! Aren't these game designers wonderful? Giving you a guidepost to help you find your way. How convenient!
Thanks, Bubster. Yeah, in the context of this game, I think it works. Like, there are just platforms, big blob textures of things beneath you, and you need to be able to make out the basic shapes in order to make your jumps. And the shift in camera perspective, I think, does that well. Suck on that.
Damn.
I don't know how to follow that up. This game gets a lot of hate, and it's almost entirely because of Mario 64, because, believe it or not, this came out after Mario 64.
Oh, that sucks.
They were showing it alongside Mario 64 at CES or something, and this was the first time Bubsy's creator had seen Mario 64 in action. And there's an interview on Gama Sutra that describes his first reaction when he saw Mario 64, which was literally, quote, "Oh crap." Because at that point, he knew his game just did not match up in any possible way. He was just feeling things out, trying to make a basic platformer. Nintendo was rewriting the rulebook at the same time.
It was technically even writing the rule book, it felt like, yeah.
Mario 64 is like the best launch game of all time for any system, because it defined the N64 and all the games that came after it for that system. Meanwhile, this is in direct competition. I'm sorry, Bubsy, you can't do it. Now, they tried to address this. Oh, shit. The atoms come flying back at you like a boomerang, by the way. It's a great game. So after seeing Mario 64, they decided, okay, we're gonna fix up Bubsy 3D, we're gonna make the areas more detailed, add some side quests maybe, beef it up just a little bit. Accolade was like, nope, you've been working on this too long, ship it. And they had to ship what they had.
Oh, that sucks.
So Bubsy, an unfortunate victim of circumstance, I would argue. Thank you. That concludes my thoughts.
I'm with you. I think I'm now that I'm watching this and I'm not completely drunk and angry.
Counterpoint, he just said smoking.
Ooh, that ain't. Oh,
That hurts. That hurts him a little bit.
I kind of like this art aesthetic. I think this is something that people are more into now too.
They really, they leaned into it. There's
They
all these
really
weird
did,
polygons
actually.
just kind of jutting out of the ground.
Like, I'm looking at it now that I'm like, not just like, oh, this isn't Mario. And I actually am kind of enjoying this really weird aesthetic it has.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I can't believe I'm... Yeah, it's happened. Whatever, I'm the Bubsy apologist. I don't care. I love it.
Sounds like you have a YouTube career ahead of you.
I sure do.
The Bubsy Apologist, episode 12. Beethoven, for some reason. But those are my thoughts on Bubsy 3D. Yeah, it comes up way short compared to Mario 64.
Oh, that Bubsy costume!
Bubsy costume.
Yeah, this is from chat. Look, I can do this now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They had a dude in a Bubsy suit in that one show.
He does look lost and sad. You're right, Smebs. Oh my god.
And of course, after this game, the predictable happened. This got horrible reviews, much worse than the other two Bubsy games. Nobody wanted this or liked it, and it was pretty much disowned immediately. And Bubsy was never heard from again. Until yesterday.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yesterday made no sense at all.
A banner day for social media on all fronts. Not least because Bubsy's back. They
Bubsy
announced
is fucking
they're
back.
making a new Bubsy game for PS4 and PC. Somehow I'm saying that, and it's not a terrible lie. This is actually a thing that's happening.
Not a joke.
Yeah, it's really happened. We've waited all this time for a new Bubsy, and it's finally happened. There's a trailer where he says he's been waiting for this since '93, which obviates Bubsy II, Bubsy 3, and Fractured Furry Tales. Bubsy is only pretending that the original Bubsy exists, which is probably a good thing.
I think a lot of us do, honestly.
I'm trying to figure out what to do here, but... Oh,
Don't go in the water.
Apparently. And like the original Bubsy, this has animated sequences for all of his deaths. You probably didn't catch most of that because there was a change in resolution. But there's a whole bunch of different FMVs that just show him dying in different ways, which, again, expands on the whole cartoon aesthetic from the first game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Smebs is right. Bubsy 1 and 2 did get a release on Steam because it went through Greenlight.
That's right, okay. Yeah, what this company did, there's a Hong Kong company named Billionsoft. Damn it, Bubsy. And what they've been doing is they've been buying up the IP catalogs of defunct companies. Most notably Accolade, who owns Bubsy and a bunch of other games. They also bought up the rights to GT Interactive, Humongous Games, and Infogrames, actually. So you can expect to see games from those companies come back soon, too. And what that company did... What the hell am I doing?
I'm trying to play like a speedrun, baby.
What that company did, Billionsoft, is they tried to leverage Bubsy's popularity with Bubsy II on Steam.
One-stop shopping.
What? That doesn't even make... Whatever. Anyway, that met with an enthusiastic response on Steam Greenlight, and then it was finally released, and I guess it was a sales success because they decided to just go ahead and make a new Bubsy game. That's where we are. Bubsy II was a success, and that directly led to the creation of a new game in the series.
That's so cool. I'm so happy.
Really kind of an unusual and unexpected circumstance. Just, if Bubsy were to come back in any way, it's bizarre that it happened this way. And one that I'm not quite sold on, which I'll get to in just a second. But let's beat this level. Oh, Clay Fighter sequel. I want that. Bring blue suede goo into 3D. And there's little cartoons at the end of each level that show Bubsy dying. So you go through the whole level hating him and wishing he was dead, and then it happens.
And you're like, aw, thanks.
Ah, good. I rented this game, by the way, when it was new. I got to the last level, and then it was time to take the game back to the store. I never beat it.
I don't blame you.
Is that a sad story? Probably not. I gave up when I should have. Oh, right, there's hidden collectibles in each level, and you need to get all of them to beat the game. I think that's why I didn't beat it. I'll play a little bit more of this, but yeah, new Bubsy. Let's talk about that. So it's developed by Black Forest Games, who is known for Gianna Sisters' Twisted Dreams, which is a really good remake of an old Commodore 64 game called Great Gianna Sisters. Pretty recent. It's got 3D graphics. It's for Steam, PS4, and Xbox One, pretty much all the consoles. I played some of it earlier today, and it's good. Like, they really know how to make platformers, those guys. That leads us to the weird situation of there being an actual good Bubsy game in the future, possibly. Here's my argument.
Okay.
Is that what we want? Do you want a good Bubsy game? Is it really a Bubsy game if it's good?
Well, I don't know. Is it?
Here's another thing. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember his name. Jason Scott at the Internet Archive.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, he spoke to Mr. Berlin, creator of Bubsy, and he confirmed that, he has no involvement with the new project whatsoever. He found out about the new Bubsy the same time everyone else did when that trailer came out.
Oh, man.
So his creative input that made Bubsy the obnoxious but memorable character that he is not going to exist in that new game. More to the point, everyone buried the lead this week. Everyone's all upset about Russia hacking our elections, but what's happened in the background is the Chinese took Bubsy.
Danny! God damn it, Danny!
That's weird, though, because it's a Chinese company trying to leverage an American IP by hiring a German developer to redesign the character.
That's because Bubsy is a very internationally appealing character. Come on.
Is that true?
Listen!
Does anyone like Bubsy?
I do!
Are you
saying I'm not an internationally appealing person with...
I'm just saying that Bubsy has found himself in the middle of an international incident. Wait, incident is not the right word.
Not at all! What the fuck? Are you saying that Bubsy hacked our elections?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. No.
Connect the dots, people.
I need to figure out where the xenophobia is coming from. It's okay. It's not that he hacked the elections. It's that all our mascots should be owned. All our IP should be owned by America. It's like, listen. I don't want anybody. I only want Americans to hoard the IPs. Thank you.
Let's take nationalism out of this, please.
Okay.
Let's look at this from a financial point of view. Bubsy was not coming back on the strength of his own personality. His creators weren't bringing him back. The company that published him was dead. Really, the only thing that could happen was intervention from an outside corporation. And in this case, it turned out to be a Chinese holding company. Sometimes that's what needs to happen to make Bubsy return.
So it's more like, it's less of an international incident, more like venture capitalism.
Yeah.
So venture capitalism brought Bubsy back, basically.
Here's my concern over all that. Bubsy's going to come back, but he's not going to have a soul. I watched that trailer, the gameplay. It looked a lot like Gianna Sisters. They're probably using the same engine. It probably feels a lot the same way to play. I'm saying, if you're not running around at 100 miles an hour slamming into things and dying instantly, it's not Bubsy. They better get that right, is what I'm saying. I'm giving them a chance. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy the game instantly on release, because, come on, we're #1 Bubsy fans. We got to do this.
Yeah.
But I am concerned. I just want them to respect the spirit of Bubsy and all that he represents.
That?
Yeah, he needs more voice acting.
No.
Specific criticism I have from that trailer is you'll notice how we always talked about the different ways Bubsy dies. His animations in the first game, the FMVs in this one. When he dies in the Black Forest Games version, he just disappears in a puff of smoke.
So here's the thing.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit! Where'd the game go?
Did the game disappear from y'all, too?
Hang on, let me die. I'll get a switching resolution.
Are you guys seeing the screen? Because we're not.
I'm looking for a pool of water to jump into. When Bubsy dies, we should get video again. And then we can go back to our in-depth discussion.
How long is it? sorry. I don't know how long the screen's been like that. Jeesh.
Pay attention.
It's right there. You can see it too.
I'm watching Bubsy.
The capture fucking fucked.
Okay, it's changing resolutions now, so we should hopefully see it again.
No.
Really?
So the Elgato is literally refusing.
The Elgato doesn't appreciate my remarks, but... Alright, I'm trying to change the TV settings here. Alright, you're gonna have to turn the FrameMeister on and off.
This. It's like that?
Yeah, and then wait a while. This'll fix it. You gotta see more Bubsy 3D.
I wondered why... Oh, God.
What are you... Oh. Bubsy was playing tricks on me.
Top 10 saddest anime deaths.
Okay, it's off. Turn it on. That should fix it. What was great is when the game goes idle, it switches to an FMV that changes the resolution again.
Oh, good.
Okay, Bubsy.
No.
Alright, I see him here on my display, but you're gonna have to fuck around with OBS. Oh, not even the sound's getting through. That's a shame.
It's absolutely not a shame. Okay, I set it to...
Set it to something else and then set it back. You're missing so much good Bubsy action right now.
It sees it here, see? But it's not seeing it here.
Did you switch it to another input?
You mean this way?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I switched to Xbox One. And it was like,
It's still HDMI. Come on, Bubsy.
Holy shit.
Bubsy, you don't want to make an enemy
died.
of us. You don't want to do this, Bubsy.
Okay, switching it to S video and not touching a thing. And waiting for it to do its thing. There we go. And now switching it to HDMI. Waiting for it to do its thing. There we go.
Bubsy's back!
He's back, baby! No, hardware didn't die, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, nothing's dead. We're just having trouble getting it to display. Also,
There he is.
There he is. There's our friend. So yeah, I have some misgivings about the new Bubsy, but given his history, this game's not well liked. Most of his games aren't well liked. There's a chance that he could make a comeback with an honestly good game, and I think it's important that we give him that chance.
Bubsy deserves redemption.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, while bad, had a lot of really nice things going for it. And so does this... I hate to say it, but you've really converted me to the Bubsy Church.
I was just talking out of my ass.
I really actually am kind of... I don't know. I kind of like this aesthetic, and knowing that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing and were like, how do I even consider working in 3D spaces? Mm-hmm. It's...
Because at this time, all you had to work on as a framework was Jumping Flash, which was a pretty important game. It worked really well on PlayStation, set a lot of standards for early 3D. But, you know, Mario 64 just took it up that much further, that this seemed primitive by the time it came out.
Game Quarter let us know that now we know what happens when something can possibly go wrong.
Yeah. Ooh, a FrameMeister!
So this game actually has people who speedrun it, right?
This does have a dedicated speedrun community, yeah.
And people break this game pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the speedrun tech for this comes from a guy named Ulalilia, who played this game obsessively, and ended up discovering a lot of stuff you could skip in it as a result. Oh shit, I died.
You certainly did.
Oh, don't die in this game. That's ultra punishment. It's punishment for dying. You will never see the game again.
Oh god, because it's switching all these resolutions.
Yes.
He's back.
Oh my god. Bubsy 3D, only barely worth it. But even if you don't like it, even if you don't, like, appreciate it on any kind of level, you can at least understand why it is the way it is. And that, I think... I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
You know what you're trying to say?
No. There's more to this game than you think, but not much more. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. Part of me wants to show off awesome...
Oh, sniped! Did you see that shit?
Danny, the MLG Bubsy here.
Convention.
It's a maroon convention, Bubsy said.
Oh my god. Such a vaporwave game.
So yeah, despite it all, the game has its fans. People who speedrun it apparently like it enough to keep playing it. And for newborn vaporwave fans, this is a good way to get into the genre. Bubsy is widely regarded as the first vaporwave artist. See?
Yeah, I love slowing down 80s soft rock.
So yeah, appreciate the Bobcat. The vaporwave innovator, formerly mascot star, and now staging a comeback tour. For all my misgivings, I am looking forward to the new game, just to see what it's like. What I'm saying is, at least they better make him super obnoxious, because he needs to be. That's his personality.
So I've mentioned this to Danny, but we have an idea for a DLC concept for the new Bubsy. Bubsy creators, listen to us. We were going to make you $1 billion, okay?
It's important.
Okay, so obviously you can't. Bubsy is known for his goofs, his jokes, his japes, his comedy. Now, nowadays, comedy moves fast, really fast. How are you going to keep up? Bubsy, the memes Bubsy says, when the game's released, aren't going to be funny like, 1 month in. He's going to say like, what are the memes now? God, I can't even keep up with the memes. He's going to be like, oh, God.
Hillary hacked the election.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Is that even... Oh, God.
What I'm saying is...
He's going to be like, gotta crack open a cold one with the boys. And then in, like, a month, you're going to be like, who cares about the cold one? It's now about, like, glowing baby orbs now. Mm-hmm. What about the orbs, idiot? So how do you keep up? What do? I got it for you.
Monthly DLC packs.
Exactly. You pay an upfront fee, like a subscription, like $20 for all the DLC packs.
Real simple season pass style deal.
Mm-hmm. Or you can purchase each of the meme packs once a month. Or
meme packs.
Mm-hmm, or that's once awful. A week if we can get that rolling.
Oh my god.
And you give a subscription for the entire pack, and since it's like obviously just someone in the office doing the voice anyway, you just like once a month, like, ask Rod to look at all the memes, mm-hmm. and then they write it up into a script, and the office dude who voices Bubsy's got to do them.
Yeah.
And then you buy them. And
Real simple concept here.
And you're
sustainable, environmental friendly.
And you're like, yes, you're right, Bubsy. All your base does belong to Orbs and the Cold Boys.
You got fresh memes every month. Bubsy is always at the forefront of the news.
Bubsy has a lot to say about the Babadook right now.
He'll tell you about the state of the world.
He'll tell you about... It's like...
He'll tell you which politics to believe.
I hate this.
I'm saying, give it a chance.
Bubsy Big Dog t-shirts.
Exactly. That never goes out of style. I just want his catitude more than anything.
He does.
If he gets a good game out of it, so be it. Whether that's characteristic of the Bubsy canon at large, that remains to be seen. But it's happening. Punky Skunk isn't getting this kind of opportunities these days. It was carefully, coldly, corporately calculated to be a success. They test marketed the new Bubsy via Steam, and enough Bubsy fans still existed that this was a viable thing. No love went into this whatsoever. I don't know if the Gianna Sisters guys have any love for Bubsy, but
Hey,
hopefully it shines in the
I
final
follow
product.
Bubsy on Twitter now, and he is much nicer than Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you.
Yeah, Sonic
I'm
was
just gonna
talking shit on him earlier.
Sonic talks shit to everybody.
Come on,
Sonic
dude.
is just like, here are my meme, my jokes, and I'm
Bubsy's
like,
been in a coma for a couple decades, dude. Give him a break.
yeah, but Bubsy's like so nice. Bubsy on Twitter, he's like, this guy's not gonna yell at me. This guy's not gonna, like, quote tweet me to yell at me for giving him a bad review. If I give this Bubsy a bad review, he's not gonna scream. He's gonna be alright. I like this guy. Mega Man's also pretty nice on Twitter, too. I just putting that out there, Sonic.
Just don't bring up to Mega Man that Bubsy got a sequel before he did.
Does he get mad?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a
Did
sore
you get
point.
blocked?
Blocked by Mega Man.
You got blocked by Mega Man? By
Look,
Freezer?
I wanted to just keep calling him Rockman, but he took offense at that, I guess. I was like, why isn't your name Rockman? You're not the real Mega Man. The real Mega Man would be named Rockman. And that's the story of how I game overed in level 2 of Bubsy 3D. So, Bubsy. Quite a guy, this guy. I'm not quite sure what to think about where he's come from or where he's headed. He's got a jaunty look to him, though.
Oh, God.
He's staring down the future, and he's got a big old smile on his face.
Look at that good boy.
And for that, you gotta admire him.
Yep. That's the Bubster.
I'm a little sad we didn't get to play the Jaguar game tonight, but that would require
Okay.
owning a Jaguar. And I didn't mention this before, but that is by far the worst Bubsy game.
It's actually quite worse than this. I'd much rather play Bubsy 3D.
The friends from
Sorry.
Kentucky I mentioned during our CDI episode, the year after they brought over their CDI, they brought over a Jaguar to my place, along with all the famous games, Cybermorph, Bubsy 3D, Air Cars, well, not Bubsy 3D, Bubsy Fractured Furry Tales. And honestly, we sat there for a good solid hour, passing the controller back and forth, trying to get past the first level of Bubsy Fractured Furry Tales. We could not. We literally could not. The stage seriously had like 7 or 8 checkpoints, and we could not reach the end of it. It was pure misery, the design was shit, and it was back to one-hit deaths, so good stuff all around.
God, I love it. Did they bring over Kasumi Ninja? Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah.
That game sucks.
That was
and
an
we did
unfortunate
play
game.
Cybermorph. So,
Where did you learn to fly? Yeah, that game's good.
I don't know, it's probably a lot better on acid.
It's true. That's also probably why you'll never see a Jaguar on this stream, because we got enough chance to test it out and tell for sure it's
It
completely
sucks.
worthless.
It's not good, folks.
It's all like Amiga quality games because it was basically Amiga development hardware. Not to talk shit on the Amiga, but you know, it had Amiga developers porting stuff like Raiden, the arcade game. It did not turn out well. And the original stuff, oof. Luckily, even Bubsy himself doesn't consider the Jaguar Bubsy to be part of the canon, so we don't have to worry about that.
I don't even know what the Jaguar is, kids!
Jaguar? Never heard of him.
Danny, this game's so bad, and yet you're still playing.
I am.
It's good.
It's got its charms.
I kind of almost want to show people Awesome Possum to show off a really bad mascot title.
Do you?
Yes, I'll play it too.
Okay. If you play it, we'll do it.
Alright, so we're going to show you what I
We're going
think is
overtime.
actually the worst mascot platformer. I'll show it off. I'll probably
Bonus
just play
game
it for 10
time.
minutes.
This is Bubsy Gaiden, Awesome Possum.
So everybody, I know that people ship Bubsy and Gex, but you know what? What about Awesome Possum?
Does anyone ship him?
I can't spell anything, but it's Awesome Possum. Yeah, well, I don't. First of all, no one ships anything with Awesome Possum, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, why would they?
But you know, what if Awesome Possum wanted to, you know, date Bubsy?
What?
Okay, so I actually had for a while in production a game that never went anywhere. It was an RPG Maker game that I was working on with Danny about Bubsy now, and it had Punky Skunk and Awesome Possum. And Awesome Possum, I'd only written him a little bit, but but my point with Awesome Possum was that he probably is the world's worst Whole Foods customer.
Oh, yeah, for
the
sure.
The guy who has all the worst... Is that the one? Is that mine?
That's it.
Okay. The guy with all the worst opinions.
Hang on, you're tangled.
Am I?
We'll work this out. There.
And I think...
Yeah, so Awesome Possum, totally into Whole Foods, a vegan, I think.
Not just like a vegan, but like a fucking...
Militantly vegan.
He like, I don't know what, he invested in some tech company, and his whole life is about bothering the people at the local, I'm sorry, I'm just I'm good at this. Bothering the people at the local health food store about why they don't stock like whatever. And that never went anywhere, and I'm glad Bubsy has a new modern game, but man. Awesome Possum.
If anyone that owns the rights to Awesome Possum, get in touch.
Hit us up, please. I've got some great Awesome Possum ideas that will just fucking kick your ass.
Oh my god. I can't believe we're playing this.
I'm doing it. You're not. I'm not putting
This
in
game is such
Dr.
shit.
Machino's butt. Everybody else
I
can
have
do
no
that.
arguments for this game.
This game totally sucks.
I'm not going to defend it. It's a special Friday stream overtime edition where we feel the need to play this.
I have the need to play this. You don't have to play shit.
I'm awesome.
He's awesome, assholes. Doesn't
awesome.
even look like a possum. Not at all. Possums don't have noses like that.
Actually,
looks like
what?
He looks like not a marsupial, but a goddamn.
It's like a generic cartoon animal.
So it's a generic mascot platformer about environmentalism, but in that 90s way where it's just like the environment suffers just because people like to pollute. There's no financial reasons behind it. People just love pollution.
Yeah, they kind of abstracted. All the enemies in this game are like robots and skeletons and stuff.
So
it's
yeah.
never like real people doing the environmental destruction. So Awesome Possum is a non-stop talking guy. Look at him there.
He sucks. So let's get this started here, folks. He talks a lot, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn it up a little so you can hear him.
You're not so awesome.
He's here to stop the villainous Dr. Machino. What did he say there? Just like, blah!
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
This sucks. This is...
And yeah, he talks a whole hell of a lot. It's not like Bubsy, who's pretty restrained in comparison. Ow, my tail end. Bubsy never makes direct reference to his own ass in his game. I'll just say that.
That's what I call a damage boost.
Boost strats. And this is a straight Sonic clone. All three buttons jump, that's all you do. And it looks and plays like this. You're not seeing any kind of... the frame rate you see is the actual frame rate of the game right now.
Amazing.
It's like, what, 15 frames per second or something? Stop polluting!
I just yell at them, stop polluting, and they do it!
Oh boy.
Look at that bee.
Why is he awesome? I can't really tell you. He kind of just branded himself as awesome.
Yeah, it's a self-promotional thing.
He's all concerned about the environment, and he thinks that alone makes him awesome. I say, you're all talk, buddy.
He is he's like, you ride a giant bee, but what action do you take other than like... Wow,
I'm
look
picking
at
up
his
cans
face.
in the rainforest.
Look at his face there.
Yeah. Oh, in the upper left. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah.
That's supposed to show that you have low health, but he looks...
You know what I want to see? He looks fucking horny. What the hell?
That's a real anime horn dog face right there.
I'll do it.
He looks like the fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Ah!
Shut up, awesome. Oh, here's the most important part of the game. Don't get this wrong. Okay, good. They won't eat you.
Also, why does Awesome Possum have to be the one to, like, why does he have to prove himself to the animals? Shouldn't it be like me? I'm the jackass. So, my problems with Awesome Possum. Plays like shit. Doesn't even look like a possum. Very unappealing design. Is an asshole. Doesn't want to address the root cause of the thing he's trying to fight for.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he won't fucking shut up.
He would talk a big game on social media, but he'd never go to, like, protests or
Oh, you know that he would never go to any... He's like, direct action? I don't even know what that is, kids!
I'm verified. Technically, I have a bigger reach on Twitter.
Oh my god, Awesome Possum is either verified or gets really upset when he's not verified. And
He's got one of those emoji that looks like a check mark next to his name because he wishes he had one.
He has a column in, like... He has a Slate column. He's the environmental reporter for Slater Salon or something.
Good.
He's like, don't you read me on HuffPo? He makes a lot of money on HuffPo.
Smebs brings up the fact that he's not even the only possum to be in a video game. Sparkster from Rocket Knight. Way better possum. How much did he talk? Not at all. Kept his mouth shut.
He also helped with fundraisers for the local environmental groups. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. He actually showed up, thank you.
He's all like, when I have nothing to say, my lips are sealed.
Say something once, why say it again?
Meanwhile,
What I'm
Awesome
saying
Possum's
is-
like, Talking Heads are the worst band. I like Enya.
No, he likes you too.
You too. Yes.
This
is
is what a
canon.
Bono fan looks like. I'm sorry if y'all like Bono.
Oh my god.
Sorry for
It all just fits though, you know? He's the only creature in the world who would say something like, "Oh boy, a new U2 album."
This has been our sauciest stream.
It's a little saucy, but
Yeah, sorry for getting a little political.
Bubsy
but-
at worst I'm a little ambivalent about, but Awesome Possum just brings out the worst in me.
Same, I don't like him.
like this guy.
He needs...
Now what we need to do sometime is to play this on that fucked up Dreamcast Genesis emulator that we played
Holy
Busy
shit,
Town on.
yes.
Cause it sounds way different. He's all like, I'm awesome.
At least Punky Skunk wrote a zine, you asshole.
He's all full of himself too. He's like, I won, of course. Of course you love me. Okay, don't get this wrong. They're watching you. Good. You survived another day. I kind of hope you get one wrong at some point because they get so pissed. You're about to beat 3 levels in Awesome Possum, Alex.
Yeah, I guess.
Uzi bringing up Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. Yeah, he was
Zero's
like
a nihilist.
Okay, if we're
Sorry.
getting into the political affiliations of these characters, that's another thing. Yeah, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, actually a spin-off of Arrow the Acrobat, another mascot platformer. That game was published by Sunsoft, but developed by an Amiga team, I'm pretty sure. From what I played of Zero, it's not bad. It's not this. This is basically the worst mascot platformer.
Here's
You can't
the thing.
get worse.
I don't know if you could tell by me playing this, but this isn't fun.
Like, you can absorb enough damage where you can just kind of sleepwalk through it. Just mash the jump button and hold right.
He controls like shit. There we go.
Alright, let me tell you my least favorite part of the game. If you look in the background, when you're jumping up high especially, you'll see like a ton of layers of parallax. All scrolling at different speeds, like to simulate the effect fully. They really put a lot of effort into that. Here's what I'm thinking. They put so much effort into that, it impacted the frame rate.
It feels like it.
It does, doesn't it? And yet, I get the feeling that the background was supposed to be brighter than it is, because they wanted to draw attention to it, but apparently it was it distracted from gameplay, so it's so dark you can barely see it. But still, all those scrolls. God, what an asshole. I'm just... He's not winning me over at all.
No, he sucks. Let's be honest. I am the mascot defender, and I have no defense. I think the worst thing is that he's got a really furry tail, and possums don't have furry tails that puff out. They don't. It's like the person who made this thought of what they thought a possum looked like, and we're like...
It's basically like a rodent or something.
Like a rodent?
This is cool. I like this.
Oh, nice.
Vork mentions that Zero and Arrow were by Iguana, which I think was an Austin team.
They were, actually.
Yeah, they also made the Turok games. They were big with Sunsoft for a while before they got out of the business here.
He also cries a lot.
Yeah, a lot of sound files are just him going, Oh, the frame rate's just tanking when you're on that thing. That's awesome. Awesome Possum, more like awesome frame rate.
Size.
You gotta beat this level, though. Oh, you got an extra life.
I hate this. I keep getting extra lives. I want to just... No! God, don't go back down there. I just want this to end. Please, stop.
I guess this is very Bubsy-like in terms of level design. Just in there being these large open areas with multiple paths. But eventually it all converges on one path, and that's when it becomes frustrating. I'm so healthy?
No, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do.
Can you not go right from here?
I can, but I think it'll get... Okay, no, it's not gonna be stuck. Because a lot of these are dead ends.
Yeah. Yeah, Tengen not so much...
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Tengen not so much known for their quality platformers back then.
What am I even...
Oh, I do know one fun thing about this game. So it's a Tengen game for the Genesis, which means... Wait, can you not finish the level?
No, there's a boss.
Oh, okay. It's a Tengen game, so if you buy a cartridge of this, there's a good chance that it will not work. Tengen used much cheaper parts and construction for Genesis games, and that's only come to light in the last 5 years or so, because all of their games have started failing. Like, I have a copy of Awesome Possum, and it will not boot because it's a piece of shit Tengen game, and they cut cost.
I want to see what happens when Awesome Possum dies. I'm just
Okay,
gonna...
good. Now, a non-working Awesome Possum, not a big deal, but Tengen also published a game called Grindstormer, which is a great shooter by Toaplan, and the game being very rare, if you buy it, it's probably not going to work because of that cheap construction they used. Oh my god.
Yep, I died.
Rest in fucking peace, planet Earth. So what I'm saying is, don't play this, and even if you do want to buy a cartridge of this, it probably won't work, so don't do it. That concludes our look at Bubsy and also Awesome Possum. Mm-hmm. Alex, how would you rate tonight's games? Like, what's the worst? This
Well,
one?
Awesome Possum is the worst. He is not awesome, and I hate him. In fact, I hate him so much I'm going to put up a bunch of pictures of Bubsy so I don't have to see
Yeah, we don't
him
have
and
to
turn
look
off
at him
the
anymore.
Elgato.
Okay,
Fuck
so
you.
Awesome Possum the worst. Bubsy
Bubsy-
2 is slightly better than Awesome Possum, I think.
I would say that, yes.
Top games are between Bubsy and Bubsy 3D. You know my opinion.
Yes, you prefer Bubsy 3D, I prefer Bubsy 1, and that's fine. That's, you know, our marriage can survive that.
He died in the trash. That's good. I'm just glad you killed off Awesome Possum.
Yeah, we just straight up murdered him. Man, there's a lot of info in chat. Y'all are really smart. I like you. I like y'all. Sorry I wasn't looking. I was too busy making making bad goofs and trying to not kill Awesome Possum and then trying to kill him.
Yeah, I would
You're all
argue,
funny and wonderful, by the way.
I would argue that Awesome Possum is worse than Bubsy 3D on every front.
Every fucking front.
It's just not as fun at all.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, Bubsy 3D, I would say, is misunderstood and just before its time.
Mm-hmm.
And the original Bubsy, I'd say, still has good design and charm in some areas, even if the level design ain't that great and the controls are bad.
Yeah.
At least he's a memorable character, which is more than you could say for a lot of the mascots from back in the day.
Oh, got some info from Vork.
That's new information to me. Holy shit. That's awesome. Pit Fighter works? Oh, man. That's good, because there's a lot of pit fighters out there. All right, if I ever come across a non-working Grindstormer, I'll probably do that method. That's good. Thank you for that.
Okay, here we go. Danny, what's worse, Awesome Possum or Cyberdillo?
Wow.
You must choose.
That's a battle royale for your ass right there. My God. Cyberdillo.
Cyberdillo, I agree. Cyberdillo is nauseating.
Because I watched 10 minutes of Awesome Possum just now, and I'm not nauseated.
Yeah,
I'll
live.
If I watched Cyberdillo, I would need to lie down for a while.
Yeah, the only, M. Geist loves Cyberdillo, and that's fine. I don't like it, though.
Rocky Rodent, actually not bad. I watched Arino play that in an episode of Game Center CX. That looked actually kind of clever. It's you control a punk rock rat who has these different hairstyles that he uses to attack
Yeah,
with.
I kind of like Rocky Rodent. Kind of weird, little, It's weird and ugly in an intentional way that I like.
Mm-hmm. And it's by IRM, so it's got a little bit of developer pedigree there. Oh, we could just rate the Mascot platformers all night if we
Oh
if
God,
we could.
we will too.
But we should wrap things up. Bubsy, he's coming back. Still don't know what to think about it, but the developer means that it's probably going to be a good game at worst. Whether that's a good or a bad thing for the Bubsy lineage remains to be seen, but I'm looking forward to it regardless. You gonna play the new Bubsy, Alex?
Oh, honey. I'm
All right.
abso-fucking-lutely.
We'll be there day one on PS4 downloading that shit, and I'll report back with what we've learned.
Maybe we can stream it? Who knows?
I think we should.
And
I think we
will-
owe it to the Bubster.
The old
All the joy he's given
Bubberino.
us over the
we
years.
love him. I guess that'll do it for us now, folks.
Alfred Chicken thoughts, Jesus Christ.
Fuck Alfred Chicken. Okay.
I spend almost none of my life thinking about Alfred Chicken.
Bark, call my 1-800 number, kids.
Remember the watering cans.
That's a clue, kids. Okay, so...
Someone recorded the old Alfred Chicken hint line. Just search for Alfred Chicken hint line on Google, and
Listen
it's
to it.
on SoundCloud
it's
or something.
so good. It is so fucking good.
It just sounds like someone's dad trying to make a chicken noise. Mm-hmm. That's good shit.
It's great. Listen to it. I hate Alfred Chicken. Alfred Chicken was...
The actual game can just... I don't know.
It was a game that... It was the first game where I chose that game to rent because I thought the magazines were hyping it up, and I thought the ads made it look good, and I rented it, and I was just like, I have never been more disappointed.
It's the kids who pay
It was
the
my
price.
first disappointment, and for that...
Well, you
I don't
learned
know.
early on that not all games are good. Eventually, kids got to learn that, and I'm sorry that it had to happen with that game. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it. I was expecting something like, I don't know, Bubsy.
Stalin's mustache, the Alfred Chicken hint line, like a game hint or tip. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, it was like a hotline, or you called it.
Alfred Chicken hotline.
And you called it, and Alfred Chicken gave you a bunch of tips and shit, and except he sounded really tired, like your really tired uncle, and yeah,
It's good shit.
It was great. So yeah, thanks for watching our pop-up Bubsy stream. We love the Bubs.
Yeah, I've thought more about Mascot platformers tonight than I have in years. We might have to do that in a future stream, just like
Put them up for vote.
pick a system and we play all the Mascot platformers.
Actually, yeah.
That sounds terrifying, though.
We should actually do that. I
'Cause
like
if people
playing
pick
Mascot
Super-
platformers.
If people pick Super Nintendo, we'll have to play shit like Mohawk and Headphone Jack and shit.
Okay, I know. Wait, is that a Mascot platformer?
I guess you could call him a mascot.
He's a mascot of hell.
Well, that remains to be seen. Patrons, look forward to next Friday when we put up apparently a mascot platformer vote. And
Oh, good. They put the SoundCloud in here. Thanks, Sides of
Okay, good. Yeah, that's good shit.
Please listen to that.
So, in other news, we're taking next week off. You won't see us on Wednesday. E3 is going to be doing its thing, and we're going to let it absorb all the gaming interest over the next week. We ain't going to compete with that shit. We will be back Wednesday after next with probably some mascot platformers.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting and also terrifying, so
Oh,
I'm
I'm
looking forward to
excited.
that.
So yeah.
Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you later.
See you, folks.
Bubsy forever.
Bubsy for life.